All right. Back to the book. Training. Drill is necessary to make the soldier steady and skillful, although it does not warrant exclusive attention. Among all the elements of war, it even is the one that deserves the least if one accepts those which are dangerous. I tried to figure out what that meant. I just thought opium. That was an opium hit right there. The last part. The foundation of training depends. Oh, this is good. But okay, so drill, if you know anything about the military, drill, especially back in those days, it really was a necessary thing because you had to function together as a team. And the way you do that, and we still do what's called close order drill in the military now. You've seen it. Go watch the U.S. Marine Corps close order silent drill team. They do all these really specific maneuvers, and they have competitions in high schools between the ROTC classes where you're carrying the rifle, you spin, you do that, all that stuff. That's called drill.
Yeah.
The reason it originated is because you needed to, for two reasons. Number one, you actually had to do those motions on the battlefield: raise your rifle, load, make ready, aim, fire, and then the next rank will be doing the same thing. You had to do it in a coordinated method. And the reason that they kept doing it, according to my drill instructor in officer candidate school, gunnery sergeant, United States Marine Corps. Oddly enough, last name was Seals. That was his last name. Great guy.
Layers.
Yeah, Layers. Gunnery Sergeant Seals, my drill instructor from the United States Marine Corps at officer candidate school. He said the reason that you're learning this drill is because the reason that we do drill is because people need to act instantly upon orders. So it drills into you a level of obedience. When you get told by the left flank march, everyone goes.
Yeah.
By the right flank march, everyone goes. So it teaches you that, hey, I'm going to go. And that's what they used to use it for, but they still use it now so that people get used to the immediate obedience of orders. Now, does that get contradicted by things that I talk about all the time on here about questioning orders and making sure you understand why you're doing it? Yeah, it does, absolutely. Yeah. But there is that's what it exists for.
Yeah. Yeah, and at least the capability still
exists. And the capability is there.
Yeah.
Yes, the capability is there. Back to the book. The foundation of training depends on the legs and not the arms. All the mystery of maneuvers and combat is in the legs, and it is to the legs that we should apply ourselves. Whoever claims otherwise is but a fool, and not only in the elements of what is called the profession of arms. So interestingly, your personal problem with people that talk about skipping leg day, it goes back to here.
Yeah. Dang.
The big guns, the big arms,
useless.
They didn't want to help us in the art of war.
Yeah.
According to Saxe.
In Hawaii, they call that big for nothing. Actually, big for nothing in Hawaii means I guess here they say all go, no show, right? Oh. So that's kind of what having big arms and small legs kind of is as well, right?
So now you're on board with that.
Well, yeah, no, I never was skipping legs day. You were the one teasing me, and I was wondering why is that so funny? But I guess, that's been funny since day one. A fool. Because you look like a fool. Because you're a fool. That's it. That's the answer. Dang.
Yep, it goes back.
Yeah.
It goes back a long time. Even back then, people were skipping leg day.
Yeah.
And they were fools.
Yeah, fools. They're kind of focusing on the wrong thing. And it makes sense. Even in those terms, it makes sense today.
Let me tell you something. The amount, when I was in the team, so I was running training, and I still talk to guys, obviously. But if you think about what's going on, people, I say all the time, SEAL training's not that hard, right? I say it all the time, but I'm talking about buds. I'm telling you, the advanced training that you go to, the training that I used to run, it's freaking really hard. Yeah. It's really hard. You're in the desert. The desert, don't think of sand, think of rocks, think of jagged, uneven terrain, up and down hills. Yeah. Then think about you're on night vision, so it's at night. Think about you have, let's call it about 80 pounds of gear on, just on average. That's like the average guy's got 80 pounds of gear on. You're going to get dropped off in the middle of the desert. Again, not the desert, but the rocky, what's it called? I forget. It's the rocky, crazy terrain. It's hard to walk on. In the daytime, it's hard to walk on. Now you're at night. Now you have night vision on, which is great. But night vision is looking far away. And you can adjust one of your night vision sides, so you have two, and you can adjust one to far and one to close, so you can see a little bit. But still, your peripheral vision isn't there. Your peripheral vision's gone because there's a tube in front of your head.
Yeah.
So you can't really see what's actually underneath your feet. You can look down and then you can see it for a second, but you can't walk around looking down the whole time. You got to look at the guy in front of you. You got to look at your field of fire. So as you're walking, you're making these micro adjustments all the time to adapt to your foot hitting the ground in some weird spot. And so you get that. And then you have that weight on your back. And so you get dropped off. Then you patrol 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers, maybe, what's that? That's 6 miles. So you're going 6 miles. Then you get 6 miles, you get to a target area. You get to the target area, you got to get eyes on the target area. You know what you get eyes on? You climb the biggest hill around at night, being as quiet as you can. You get to the top of that hill, you look at it, then you go and assault the target. Once you assault the target, guess what? When you're assaulting the target, you're now like almost running. You're running through the thing. At night, you're shooting machine guns. Guess what? Guys get hit. Guys go down. This is even in training. Guys are going down. Now you're going to carry them. Well, who are you going to carry him? Who's going to carry him? You are. Yeah. What are you going to do? How are you going to carry him? There's only one way. Sure, okay, there's stretchers. You can bring litters, and we certainly bring litters in the field, but they take some time to set up, and you got to get organized to make that happen. What's going to happen initially is somebody is going to sling that dude on his back. And by the way, that person that weighs 200 pounds has 80 pounds of gear with him. So now we're talking 280 pounds. You're going to put that person on your back, and you're going to walk at a high rate of speed through this rocky terrain, and you're going to do that for another 2 to 3 miles to get out. It's hard, that kind of training. And by the way, this whole time, there's no like, hoo-yah, there's no, hey, come on, there's no, you don't even speak. It's just in silence. You're just going, and everyone knows what you have to do. And so that's why you got to do leg day. Not skip leg day, because your legs got to carry that weight.